Red Hen owner who booted Sarah Sanders just got nasty taste of her own medicine by Dom, the conservative politics U.S. news for MadWorldNews.com. Less than 1 week after kicking out White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders and continuing to harass her family, Red Hen owner Stephanie Wilkinson finally received a bitter taste of her own intolerant medicine. When conservatives encounter someone with whom they disagree, they try to engage in meaningful debate. While liberals, there is only resistance. Instead of inviting civil discourse, leftist ideologues are resorting to suppression, harassment, and even physical violence in response to problematic ideas. Of course, they're quickly discovering that their juvenile and fascist actions have consequences. On Friday, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders and her extended family members, many of whom are liberals, were forced out of the Red Hen Eatery. Oh, so there are a lot of liberals in her family, huh? In Lexington, Virginia, by co-owner Stephanie Wilkinson. Although the party politely obliged the indignant staffers, Wilkinson proceeded to gather her comrades and stalk Sanders' family at another restaurant, screaming insults and demanding they leave. Now that word of her behavior is national news. Wilkinson is being forced to live by her own principles. Red Hen co-owner Stephanie Wilkinson has not only been forced to step down as executive director of Main Street Lexington, according to Fox News, she's also placed herself in the center of what could turn into a massive lawsuit for damages concerning the effect her discrimination against Sarah Huckabee Sanders has had on Red Hen establishments across the country. Along with her resignation from the organization, Wilkinson's bigotry has caused unaffiliated Red Hen restaurants across the U.S. to suffer protests, negative reviews, and boycotts, CBS News reports. Main Street Lexington President Elizabeth Outland Branner offered a short response in reference to Wilkinson's resignation, which is undoubtedly a move toward damage control for the group, which represents many local businesses. Considering the events of the past weekend, Stephanie felt it best that for the continued success of Main Street Lexington, she should step aside, Branner wrote in an email. Wilkinson has caused such severe damage to other like-named establishments that business owners are desperately addressing the public outrage by disavowing the disgraced liberal feminist and declaring that it is illegal to refuse service to customers based on their political leanings. The Red Hens tweet here, "Good morning, press secretary went to the unaffiliated Red Hen Lex last night, not to our DC-based restaurant." Robin Littlefield, "It's not a chain is what I'm saying. They're two different independently owned restaurants in different cities that happen to have the same name." Red Hen, again here one more time for the people in the back, unaffiliated, objective, not officially attached to or connected with an organization or group. More than 4,300 replies, including multiple tweets calling on the restaurant to condone Sanders and the Trump administration's actions. The Red Hen answered the threats by defining unaffiliated as well as an explanation that it is illegal for businesses in the District of Columbia to discriminate against people because of their political views. Chris C., I'll be eating at Red Hen Lex with my friends and not your DC-based restaurant then. Red Hen, I guess, responds here. Businesses in DC are prohibited from discrimination. Okay, we have patrons from both sides of the aisle. Another Red Hen restaurant, this one in Swedenboro, New Jersey, also faced a slew of angry calls and social media posts for refusing to serve a woman who'd never stepped through their door. Kindly check your facts before you erroneously defame an innocent victim on Facebook, said a post on the family-owned restaurant's Facebook page. The manager of a New Jersey-based restaurant with the same name lamented that their location's rating has plummeted from 4.8 stars to 3 point something. An owner in Saybrook, Connecticut attempted to prevent the same damage by adding a pop-up box stating that their restaurant has absolutely no affiliation with any other Red Hen restaurant anywhere else. Wilkinson has defended her discriminatory actions, ironically claiming that she doesn't enjoy confrontation, yeah right, but feels a moral duty to harass political figures and their innocent family members. I'm not a huge fan of confrontation, Wilkinson told the Post. I have a business and I want the business to thrive. But she went on to say this feels like the moment in our democracy when people have to make uncomfortable actions and decisions to uphold their morals. Well, you're going to be unemployed. How about that? When the mainstream media propagates that those with certain political views are Nazis, they incite hatred and violence in those prone to carry out such extremist beliefs. If conservatives are indeed Nazis, progressives have a moral obligation to not only oppose them, but physically stop them. Yeah, that's what they're spewing on mainstream media. However, conservatives are not Nazis. In fact, the right has consistently stood up for the liberties of all, including far leftists, to express their beliefs in a peaceful and unhindered manner. Such is the opposite of Nazism. In fact, it is those screaming Nazi who are acting as the new Third Reich, shouting ideological chants, forcing out those with whom they disagree, discriminating against certain demographics, attempting to take away our constitutional rights, and inciting physical violence. Stephanie Wilkinson is getting exactly what she has demanded, a backlash from the political opposition. Turnabout is fair play. While conservatives aren't going to wield the government as a weapon to force intolerant ideologues like her to serve those they don't want to serve, as the left does, they're learning that injecting their political views into their non-political professions might not be the best business decision. You think? Yeah. They're calling the conservatives Nazis when in fact the left is acting more like Nazis. I mean, it's just insanity. But, well, since she has those convictions, you're going to be unemployed. And I don't think there are going to be a lot of people wanting to hire you after you have actually basically destroyed all restaurants with the name Red Hen that are not affiliated. They're separate entities, in business. But even that case, I don't think it's going to save them. They're going to have to change their name, after this. So she got what she deserves, absolutely. Not only she won't be rehired anywhere else. So, maybe you can ask, your cousin Meryl Streep, to give you a job for her, because since she wasn't going to foot the bill for the restaurant. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.